ML Sports Platter, it's a CH Saturday, of course. CH Insurance always in your corner every day, every way. Log on to chinsurance.cc. Bundle that home and auto today. I got rid of John Serino. I got rid of Joe Jr. I've had enough. I'm bringing in the heavyweights of the program. Honestly, one of the best dudes I know. We go back a long way, honestly. We have a great history together. One of my terrific friends, Dave Graham, joins us from CH Insurance. He is the vice president for technology and digital operations. DG, what's up, brother?
It's a long time in the making, my man. I'm excited to finally make it on the platter and be part of this, man. It's just incredible what you've been doing, and the CH Saturdays have just been awesome to watch. So, yeah, how are you doing, man?
Everything's good. Everything's good. I've got the hat and I've got a Wickaway shirt, but I don't have the Q-zip yet. I don't have the polo that you've got on, so we got to kind of work on the company a little bit for some gear. We got to get ML geared up.
Some of that Trey Wasilewski Under Armour.
That's right. Yeah, Trey does a great job, no doubt. All right, so let's start first about, you and your role at CH, right, and who comes up with all the creation, because you guys are everywhere. I mean, there's the videos, there's the social. You're right in the middle of it all. So kind of get started. Take me through the timeline and take me through the company, the creation, and how you fit into that and when it all started.
Yeah, so God, I've been with them now almost 10 years. So right before I started, CH and Joe started dabbling in like Facebook and Twitter at the time, and little posts here and there. And then as social media evolved and as I came into the company, we started doing a little bit more and let's create our own content. Let's just quit pulling stuff from carriers or other places, what 90% of your agencies do. So we got some software, we got a little education, and it became kind of fun, taking like for May the 4th, taking Joe Jr.'s head and putting it on Yoda's body. Hysterical. You know what I mean? No one's doing that kind of stuff. So we evolved into those posts, and then, video became more realistic. Just like you're walking up to the dome videos, you can go live from anywhere. Yeah. So if we're at a charity event or we're doing something that, is educational, like we'll make a video. Like we love videos. So it's been an evolution. And, the nice thing is it's not just me. It's not just Joe. The team of us will curate ideas and things that we think will be funny, and we'll plan out different videos like the boxing one, which is over the top, but it's going to get reactions, and that's what we want. And it's kind of a team effort, and I'm the wizard behind the curtain that kind of pulls it all together and posts all days of the hour, as all hours of the day.
Yeah. Well, and as people are listening and watching this, we're also getting ready for the Kentucky Derby. So you may do what you did before with Joe. Next time on a May 4th, I want to see that head on a jockey body with the silks on a horse running with racing. And we could have the jockeys. We could have Joe Jr., Joe Sr. We could throw John Serino, yourself, maybe even me, but put me at the back of the pack in a 20-horse race like the Derby for CH next year. See, I already got your idea, my man. See that?
Done. That's the game changer. That's next. That's automatic.
No doubt about it. I'm really intrigued by something too. I mean, there are folks out there who, they just look at insurance. They're like, insurance, and people buy insurance like they have to have insurance. Oh, car, auto, right? People are just, it's so boring. I got to pay for it. Whether it's a person like me, right, who needs insurance, or you, and we all need insurance. But then there's people who provide that insurance, and there's people who work for insurance companies who also think insurance is boring. But you guys don't look at it that way. You think of insurance as fun, and you just explained about the social and the uniqueness of course, in terms of promoting the company and doing a lot of things that way. But you guys make insurance fun, and the simple word that comes after that is how.
It's all about likability, right? I mean, you want to do business with your friends and people you trust, etc., and you want to do business with experts. So you're right. Insurance is completely boring unless you work in it and you live it and love it. It's one of those things people call a necessary evil, but it's really not, because at the end of the day, if you suffer that terrible loss where your home is destroyed, that insurance is going to make you whole and take care of your whole family and your situation. So how do we make it fun? It's Joe and them have really done a great job of building a culture. So it's the entire office. We feel it's fun. We feel it's exciting. We have the employees get engaged and get engaged with events and get engaged with birthday posts and stuff like that. So we just try to make something that's serious a little bit lighthearted. And I think that's something like we've been able to really like zero in on and do very well.
Dave Graham is our guest here today for a CH Saturday, my longtime friend, of course, as well as the Vice President of Technology and Digital Operations for CH Insurance. You can check out the website at chinsurance.cc. We are in a world, we're always changing. You know, we always have to, you're doing one thing and then 6 months later you do another thing. And I know people who are at the top of the company always love change, different backgrounds, different ways to do things. You got to adapt to things, right? And in life, you adapt too. I mean, you know, 5 years ago, it was just my wife and I and a dog. And now there's a 4-year-old and a 9-month-old, right? And sometimes you own an apartment and you own a house. I mean, you go through changes in life. You guys go through changes as an insurance company. So kind of a 1-2 punch here, Dave. As you in your role, you know, how do you approach change? You know, how do you attack change? And maybe welcoming change, whatever word you want to use there. And then as you go through too, with that change, right, you have to see success on the other side, right? So how do you kind of take the hook and throw it out for that change and bring it in and adapt and attack? And then how do you measure the success afterward that you know that the change was appropriate at that time?
Right. So change is complicated no matter how you look at it, right? But I think the more you're open to it and the more you're able to pivot and adapt, the more successful that change will be. So if you go in with knowing that something's dramatically changing and you're kind of like a little on the fence about it, then you're setting the tone for that not to be successful. So at this point in my career, I'm just open to everything, right? If it's a good idea, it's a good idea and it's going to work. If it's not a good idea, then we'll have some conversation about, do we really want to proceed in this direction? Do we really want to shoot this kind of video or that? But you know, Facebook and social media, that algorithm, the infamous algorithm, no one knows it. No one completely understands it. And it pivots on a weekly basis.
It does.
I can have a post that will hit 4,000 views and the next week, one will get 118, and there's no difference in the
Nothing
post.
different. You didn't do anything different.
So when it comes to like measuring success, you can use the insights and the metrics of all these platforms, but really it's the out in the city, out in the streets. Hey, we saw you. It's the phone call. Hey, can you help me out here? I saw your commercial or I heard from a friend. So we see a constant growth at CH. And then also we can compare ourselves to our local competition as far as engagement and like rates and Google reviews, and we're pretty comfortable with where we are, but we always want to strive to be next level.
Yeah, and I think that's what was really great with the fit, you know, with CH Insurance and the ML Sports Platter is that people ask me all the time, like, well, yeah, but you only this and you only got that. You have 5 here or 10. And I'm like, yeah, but it's about all of it. I've always talked to people about this, that no matter what, as long as you keep growing and going and going and going and going, that means that you have your arms around everything at some point. There might be 2 or 3 things that are missing for a 2 to 3 month stretch, but 4 or 5 other things are raised up, right? So I look at it like team sports. You know, your fourth line doesn't perform, but your superstar scores a hat trick. Your first and second line don't perform, but your fourth line checking guys get it done for the next game in a 7-game series, right? So it's like if you're wrapping your arms around everything and you constantly see things go like this, sometimes it just doesn't matter. It's funny that you bring up that, though, because YouTube did that to me again last week. I uploaded a bunch of sports videos, a bunch of regular videos, a couple Cooper videos, not going to lie. Hey, I was like, where are all the people watching? Where are the views and this and that? Because I'm averaging really great numbers, as you know, David. Nothing. Monday of this week.
That's great. It's unbelievable. And it's been like this. It wasn't like this a few years ago. Yeah. A few years ago, we were consistently just slamming numbers, and now that Meta is taking over everything. But it's like you said, it's, you know, we focus on Facebook, Instagram, X, and LinkedIn and YouTube, and you got to have that. I call it the 360 degree with the websites, the radio, the TV. It's all in there, and whether, like you said, one's hitting, the other one's hitting. So either way, you'll always have a player who's, you know, at the plate and ready to go.
Yeah, it's a great way to describe it. In closing, just 2 quick things. I mean, you and I go back, I mean, gosh, now it's about 27 years. Is that real? I mean,
I think closer to like almost 30, because I think I was around 11 or I was around 12.
Okay.
12 or 13, and I'm now, I hate to say it, 43. So
Wow,
almost,
was it that long ago? Okay, because you
almost
moved grade school wise, you moved, yeah, I mean, so maybe like
middle
middle?
school. I think it would have been middle school, yeah, in band and all that stuff. And
Okay. Yeah,
you
so
hitting
that
away
is,
on the trombone and me slamming on the tuba.
that's right. Yeah. So I mean, I was class of 98, you were 99 at Central
Nice.
Square. So you're at your 25th
This summer,
this
yeah.
summer. Mine was last summer. We didn't do anything. They're planning some festival this year, which I probably won't go to, but
Right.
it looks cool. But 25 years for each of us, and then you tack on, you're right, that extra 4. So yeah, it's closer to 30. Unbelievable. And our moms were great friends, obviously, for a long time as
Oh,
well. So it's just crazy, man, how the years fly by. Finally, you guys are probably in mourning down there a little bit, I would think. I mean, this past week, the Tampa Bay Lightning, it makes it easier when you lose because you got the Stanley Cups hanging up in the rafters, right? The banners and all that. And you know a lot about that Lightning team, too, because guys like Braden Point and Sorelli and a million guys came through the Syracuse Crunch, and guys who don't play for the Lightning anymore, the Palats and the Gourds and those kind of players. But they're in probably a little bit of a transition. The talk down there is all about Steven Stamkos, if he'll be back. But Tampa Bay loses to Florida. I thought the last game was awful in terms of the officiating with the interferences and the goalies and all the stuff. John Cooper said it best. You got to listen to a social clip if anybody gets a chance there. But what's your mood and the feeling? And just give me the maybe not even just like the morning part this week, but more of your Tampa Bay Lightning experience. Because honestly, before Vegas started winning, the Stanley Cup, Tampa Bay is number 1 in the NHL for culture, place, destination, everything what they've done there. Tampa Bay Lightning, it's a special organization down there, David.
And I can tell you the cool thing, even though, Tampa Bay is no longer in it, we've got the Lightning's no longer in it. We've got the Rays and the Buccaneers. So this is a tremendous professional sports town. You know what I mean? And the Rays beat the Brewers recently. And as far as Tampa Bay Lightning, the arena, incredible.
Yeah.
The outside space, they have Amalie Arena. Yep. The outside space they call Thunder Alley, where they've got 6-story paintings of like the players. So it's very, very cool to see like these massive portraits on these stadiums and the beer gardens. And just, the stadium has like a glass wall and the world's longest escalator I've ever been on to get to the cheap seats that I could afford at the time. But no, just great experience. From the restaurants, the suites, the entrance. It's just, you can take a ferry boat ride from St. Petersburg where I'm at, or you can take a trolley. It's really just a cool thing.
Yeah, and no disrespect to like the organizations that were linked in with the Crunch as parent teams, but you had for years, Vancouver and Columbus and Pittsburgh and Anaheim, which was stupid, right? 3,000 miles apart. All of a sudden, they got together with Tampa, and it was boom. I mean, the East Coast connection, Q's Tampa direct flights. And the front office, the way they talked about Tampa and the change. And at the time, Steve Yzerman was there, obviously, was a Hall of Fame player. He'll be a Hall of Fame executive one day. He's not there anymore. But, right on down, the front office, right on down to sales reps and everybody. You could tell the organization, the culture, how they did things. And it was, immediate development, immediate teamwork, flying Crunch staffers down for the Stanley Cup playoffs, crazy back and forth. People were here in town a lot, and you could just tell the partnership right away. It seems like they're that way with the community too. The Lightning, they're everywhere, right?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Everywhere. The involvement in the community, the donations, the time that they give. And a cool thing about the Syracuse-Tampa connection, because I'm in Syracuse all the time, it's 2 hours on a plane.
I know.
When you get on, you get off, and I'm at the office. So
yeah,
it's a wonderful lifestyle. There's a couple of us from CH that are here in CH South, our office down here, but with technology and everything, there's no disconnect. It's
no doubt.
The communication, and so this has been great, Mike. It's been great to see you.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that 2-hour flight up north gets you to not the office, but CH headquarters, I'm told, is what the name is. Well, look, this was terrific for a CH Saturday. We changed it up a little bit. Yeah. My dear friend Dave Graham from CH Insurance, Vice President of Technology and Digital Operations. Make sure you go follow and like all their stuff. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, it's all there. Dave Graham, you're my guy. Love you, buddy. And we'll talk to you real soon. This was a blast, brother.
Mike, thank you.